There's masks on it. You see the masks? Yeah. Don't tread on me! Don't tread on me! Don't tread on me! Don't tread on me!
I tell them we are the party of anti-government. They say, that's awesome. Holy cow, I didn't even know you guys existed. Where have you been all my life?
The Free State Project is simply about getting people who believe in freedom and limited government to move to New Hampshire.
We are the live free or die state.
We all agree on the one important thing, which is non-aggression principle. Don't hurt people, don't take their stuff.
Don't hurt people, don't take their stuff.
We believe in economic freedom, personal freedom. We want government to be as local as possible.
I just want lower taxes, smaller government, more individual freedom.
If you're a libertarian and you're the live and let live crowd, just come to New Hampshire.
It's really tough to hate us once you meet us.
I was moving for a libertarian political migration to join like a little crazy freedom utopia.
I spent 40 years feeling very isolated. And now I have thousands and thousands of people.
This is real. You know, a real community. This is a real project. This is really happening.
We want to be here to live our best life. Who can argue with that?
There's a growing sense of urgency to address what's happening.
My heart was racing and I felt sick to my stomach.
People are just waking up to it.
They have been very serious about having people move into our state to change the way of life in New Hampshire. They want to create this libertarian utopia, void of public infrastructure and common laws.
I think it's really important to recognize that the Free State Project exists because theirs is a minority view.
Some of the measures that they advance could really hurt people. I think it's frightening.
We've read our history, we know our history, and we see where things are heading.
Yeah, why shouldn't we be concentrating our like-minded souls in one geographic area so then we actually might have a chance of moving these ideas forward?
We don't want to wait for a collapse. We want to build an alternative, show people it can be successful.
We like New Hampshire the way it is. They clearly have a different vision.
They've gone down a path that's too dark, and there's no coming back from it.
Their end goal is really dangerous.
I just want to be with other people who want freedom.
We just want you to move to New Hampshire and help us make New Hampshire smaller government. That's all we want.
There are a boatload of us here, and there are more and more coming, and in a way, we're taking over.
There's no place like New Hampshire to raise a family and to plan ahead for the next 100 years.
Not taking over to rule you, taking over to liberate you.
And if you believe in America, you've got to take action when these groups come to town.
Trump didn't save us, Biden didn't save us. They're making it worse.
We have this legislation in front of us. It is a bill to destroy the United States.
We have the right to ask for a divorce.
We can't be supporting things like secession. This is insane.
It's really scary and it's really real. These people are crazy.
I don't know, maybe we're the sane ones and everyone else is crazy.
I'll let you go. You have a good night.
She doesn't like me.
Sure.
Hello. Hi, my name's Julia and I'm calling with the Free State Project. How are you?
Yeah, hi. I'm calling from the Free State Project. Have you come for a visit?
Yeah.
Well, a really good thing is
also, do you want
Pork
me to
Fest,
have
which is in June.
someone with more
Have
knowledge or
you read about that?
Like there's a lady named Chris Lopez that I can have.
Is now a good time to discuss moving out here to New Hampshire and helping us build liberty in our lifetime?
My name is Jason Sorens. I came up with this tagline, Liberty in Our Lifetime. The idea was that maybe we'll actually see a libertarian society and we can actually see how it works. The journalists are still here, but it's okay. I can make you lunch. Let me guess, peanut butter sandwich. Yes. Okay. We're in my kitchen in Amherst, New Hampshire. All right, here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I grew up as a religious conservative and became a libertarian really in high school, although I didn't have a term for it then. This idea that, well, government is geared toward its own benefit and not necessarily toward the public benefit. So what we really need to do is just take power away from government and give it back to society to have a better society. In the 90s, that was a period of great optimism about human freedom and about the state of the world in general. There was this sense that the internet cryptography, globalization, all these things were liberating human beings. That already by 2000 and 2001 was being shaken. I was a graduate student. This is shortly after the 2000 election.
I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States.
There was this sense that the tide is turning toward bigger government. And so I was pessimistic about the future of the ideals of freedom at the federal government level in the US, and I was looking for an alternative. My dissertation was on secessionist movements, so movements for autonomy and independence around the world. And it got me thinking about how we can have an influence at the state level if we all got together and found a state that was already somewhat friendly to our ideals, where we could really make a difference. And then once we've chosen a state, we'll try to get to 20,000 signatures. And people have 5 years to move once we hit 20,000 signatures. Ultimately, we all got together and chose a state, and that state ended up being New Hampshire. 9/11 happened 10 days after we launched the Statement of Intent for the Free State Project. So there was a kind of mood in the country, basically, let's give the federal government all the power they could possibly want, just in case they can do something with it. And so it was not a very good time for libertarians. But then it started to change.
Iraq declared 8,500 liters of anthrax.
That was during the run-up to the Iraq War, and a lot of libertarians opposed that. There was a lot of opposition to the Bush administration and a fear that they were abusing their power and tending toward tyranny in a lot of ways.
In the Battle of Iraq, the United States and our allies have prevailed.
So that provided a good opportunity for us to recruit. There really is a kind of liberty community in New Hampshire. The governor at the time, Craig Benson, actually tried to recruit us to choose New Hampshire, so he was the only governor to do that.
I'm a believer that if people want to move to New Hampshire and they're law-abiding citizens, we should welcome them, which I did.
People started moving as soon as New Hampshire was announced as a state in late 2003.
When I heard the idea of the Free State Project, it seemed like a no-brainer.
Every day, de Blasio was giving me more reasons to leave. So I knew I had to leave.
We have this beautiful thing called libertarianism, and what we want to do is create a libertarian society.
And as soon as I heard that, I was like, I'm going to go there. And I sold all my stuff that didn't fit in my car, drove out here, and best decision I ever made. Should have moved here sooner.
I'm a very early mover number 50.
New Hampshire's got beautiful white mountains, and we've got beautiful lakes. We have all 4 seasons. We have no sales tax and no income tax, state income tax. So it's kind of the best place to be.
It was theoretical, it was abstract. I didn't know what it would look like in practice, but the numbers seemed to work, the idea seemed to be plausible, and so I was excited about making the Free State Project happen.
All right. I've been waiting for 14 years for this type of interview. I'm ready. My name is Sandra Rice Hawkins. I'm the Executive Director of Granite State Progress. We are fighting for a healthy, just, and inclusive Granite State for everyone. This is my daughter, Annabelle. We're playing tag in a park in Concord. You got me. Are you glad our community has a park? Yeah. We track conservative and extremist movements in the state. So we started to follow the Free State Project. We run Free State Project Watch, which is a resource for people to learn a little bit about the background of the Free State Project. Our organization got started around the same time they did, and we just ended up in a lot of the same rooms and the same policy discussions. I can't understand how they can walk away with a completely different take on how to walk in this world.
Jason Sorens is the gentleman responsible for this crazy idea that he had published in 2001, the idea about the Free State Project.
The Free State Project is a political group that voted on a state to move 20,000 libertarians to take over state government and dismantle it, and New Hampshire is unfortunately the unlucky recipient of that vote.
This is a great day in the history of human freedom.
A few years ago they hit that 20,000.
We did it. Today, I'm here to announce that the Free State Project has officially triggered the move and that participants need to come home. You have 5 years from today, February 3rd, 2016, to come help build the world's first intentional liberty community.
The Free State Project has never been very transparent about who they are, who's moving here, who's running for office, and they're using the party system to try to get elected, even if they're not aligned with the values of that party. It's the whole reason we started Free State Project Watch. We research and produce a list of all the candidates we're aware of. If you can't be honest about your intentions, your values, who you are, voters deserve that information. They don't believe in strong public schools. They have tried to undermine public safety laws. They've slashed budgets to really bad outcomes for those local communities. And they've even threatened things like having New Hampshire secede from the rest of the country.
The House will be in order.
Libertarian ideas are not popular, which is why they had to move to one area to try to take over to force the changes that they want onto the rest of us. They have this extreme ideology and they want to see these policies enacted, and they're doing it in some cases.
It really snowballed. I could never have predicted all the different things that people would do once they got here.
Everybody say porcupine.
But it's been amazing to see.